Morning everyone, Jonathan here. I'm gonna get right to it. I want to talk to y'all a little bit about this Wall Street bailout. It's something I wanted to hit on for a while now, just didn't have the time. But yeah, I know it's old news. It's done, it's over with. There's nothing really much we can do about it at this point. But seeing as how it is something that is going to affect most of us probably for the rest of our lives, I feel it still is a valid topic. You know, I've been against this thing since day one. I realized by passing this bill out, they probably saved a couple 100,000 jobs, and I'm really, really happy for those people. But more than that, I feel that all it does is reward these incompetent, greedy, corrupt criminals. I'm talking about the CEOs and upper management of some of these companies. They're embezzling their money into the company's money into their own pocket, while their stocks are falling through the floor, and their company's left with nothing to help themselves. You know, I was really proud of the House the first two times they threw this bill out the door, but you know, I was made it even worse when they passed it the third time. Only after they added on $110 billion worth of earmarks, money, millions of dollars that go to multiple useless special interest groups. I'll tell you, it's the special interest groups and the corporations that are running this country. It's ridiculous, when it should be the average Joes. But you know what? I want to say congratulations to Mr. President Bush, Treasurer, and some of the other elite senators that put this bill together. It was a good political tactic, and it worked. However, I can only speak for myself, but I have a strong feeling that I'm not the only one that feels like this. It has also caused many of us to lose complete and total faith in our own government. And I truly believe that I don't think that there's anybody in our government that can do anything about this, with the exception of my representative, which I'm so proud of, Todd Platts here in Pennsylvania. Been in for 10 years, and he's done an amazing job. He actually voted for what the people wanted. You know, 9 out of 10 phone calls to Congress by private citizens pertaining to this bill were against it. So basically all that says to me is that these politicians in Washington don't feel that we know what's good for us. They feel they're more educated, more successful than we are, so they have the right to make a decision this massive without our approval. And I say that as a bunch of bull. You know, this whole bailout to me just goes against everything this country was founded on. The fundamentals of a capitalist economy. We rise and fall under our own power. We work our asses off. We take opportunities when they present themselves, and we pray to God we're successful. If we fall, we pick ourselves back up. Trust me, it's easier to get back to where you were than it is when you first start out. That's what I believe in. That's what I pray most Americans believe in, and that's the way I feel the way it should be. That is the way this country was established. I realize it was established by predominantly wealthy men, but at the same time, their idea of wealth wasn't exactly as high as our idea of wealth. I mean, what person needs to be making $10 billion a quarter, or annually, or semi-annually? That is just way too much money for some of these people. Actually, all of them. It's way too much money for anybody. Nobody needs $1 billion in their lifetime. They'll never spend it on anything they don't need. Even if they buy a crap load of luxuries, you know, to make sure they live their lives and do everything they ever wanted, they'll never spend $1 billion. Most of us can't even fathom what $1 million looks like. You know, but as I said, these representatives and these senators voting in favor of this bill, when it seems, based on some of these phone calls and emails, that majority of the United States people were completely against it. They're basically not listening to a word we say anymore. I even heard a buddy of mine told me a rumor that at the before the bill was passed the third time in the House, that some of these representatives switched off their phones cut off the phone lines because they were getting such a high volume of calls. I ask you, is that truly representing the United States people? Is that a real democracy? I think not. But, you know, maybe it'll make some of you think next time your senators or your representatives' elections comes around again where they rerun, maybe you won't skip it this time. My apologies to you, to those of you who vote every 2 years for your representatives and every 8 for your senators. I think 8 years for a senator is way too long. They need to put a cap on the amount of terms they can spend. Anyways, but, you know, maybe I'll just give you something to think about. And that is always my goal, make you guys think a little bit. Well, I'm gonna say good day. As usual, gonna get something to eat and go to bed. Hope you all have a good day. Stay safe.